Hey guys, good evening, good afternoon, welcome back. Hey, beautiful people. Good evening, welcome back to our studio. How is everybody doing? So sorry, I'm starting a bit later than is scheduled. Apologies. Welcome. The heat, eh? Oh my god. I think it's high time we start having ACs in our houses in the UK. Well, I need to go and look for a mobile unit because the heat is it's not playing at all. It's doing my head in. How you guys doing? Welcome everybody. Trowe Salute, please give us a thumbs up. Please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not yet done so. And let's get right into it. So the story of Ifunanya is one that if I had my way here, I would really like to um I would like to just react to every single one of them. Like she did it like a series. It kind of reminded me of when that American lady did Who the F Did I Marry? It was similar to that, but this is of course more detailed and more the story is much more deeper because that one was around relationship, but this is of course around very serious issues for African in the diaspora to consider. So this is something that I hope everybody gets to see this story because you couldn't make this thing up, honestly. If she didn't have like this girl here, this young woman called Ifunanya. Hi everybody, welcome everybody. Good evening. Please give us a thumbs up. If she didn't like have documentary, like she literally documented everything and filmed, she was filming as she was going along. I'm sure a lot of people would have doubted the story. Yeah. So there are so many things that happen in this story that it's hard to believe if she didn't have like video evidence to show. For instance, when she got to her father's house in Anambra State and there was sand in front of the house, she couldn't drive to the house. If she had described that without videos, thank God for smartphones. The day that her father was to be rescued from the house, if she didn't video it, I think I have a picture. It's hard. It's really hard. A lot of people would not have believed this story if not that Ifunanya was able to document this thing in a way that, oh my God. Guys, I don't know if you've seen all the episodes she was dropping. I think it went up all the way to 19 or 18. I can't remember. I tried to put all of them together. I did the first one and I did the second one. Sorry, I wanted to post it yesterday. Oh my goodness, guys. I need more than 24 hours in a day. I couldn't. I tried to see if I'll put it together yesterday. I was just so tired. I had to go to bed. I was doing it in the evening, but I was knackered. So I said, okay, let me do it today. And unfortunately, I couldn't get to it till this evening, but it's still here. And you can just go back. It's 19 episodes. Rikia, thank you so much, my darling. Yeah, 19 episodes. I think Ifunanya should sell the copyright of this story to a very good movie producer in Nigeria that can bring this story to life because you couldn't make this thing up. It's not something that anybody can make up. It's too detailed. So tonight, I wanted us to extrapolate some of the lessons again, but particularly paying attention to how some Nigerian men, significant number of Nigerian men always feel like their family is more important. Like when I say family, the extended family, their parents, their siblings are more important to them than their wife and kids. So this is the angle I want to focus on today because when the issue of Hakim, is it Hakim they call that guy, the footballer that it wasn't even fake news. We found out later that it was fake news that they said that all his properties were in his mother's name because she didn't want his wife to have access to them. They were divorcing and all that, that he put everything he ever bought in his mother's name. You saw what social media was for Nigerian men. It was unbelievable. The way people were rejoicing and celebrating that, yes, he's smart. Akini is very, very smart. He did the right thing. Yeah, because it kind of fuels their patriarchal view regarding marriage. Now, a lot of Africans, Nigerians, I'm going to focus on Nigeria because when I say Africans, Africa is such a huge continent, and I don't want to misrepresent other parts of Eastern and North Africa and other places that I haven't been to. South Africa, God will give me the grace. Sometime very soon to be able to travel around the continent. I really want to see Africa. I don't know much of it. It's only 2 countries I've been to, Nigeria that I'm from, and Kenya that I went from the UK. Is very sad. I really want to go to Africa, get to know that continent. Okay, that's just by the wayside. Welcome, everybody. Give us a thumbs up. The view that a lot of Nigerian men have about marriage is that what belongs to me belongs to my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. It does not include my wife. A lot of Nigerian men, unfortunately, still consider their wife a stranger. And that is why they were rejoicing. Not all of them, majority were kind of celebrating when the news of that footballer that put everything he has in his mother's name. They were happy. So it questions whether people actually understand, because nobody values marriage like Nigerians. Nobody celebrates marriage like Nigeria. Nobody is like carrying marriage on their head like Nigerians. We Nigerians do not play with marriage. So if we are so serious about marriage and the family structure is so important to us, how come we don't know the rudiments of marriage? How come we are so unaware, or we are just so stubborn, especially our brothers, regarding what marriage is actually about? And we are Christians. We claim to be Christians, and the concept of living to cleave eludes us completely. It's almost like, how can you tell me to leave my mother? My mother that carried me in her womb. And I'm saying this as a mother myself. Oh, I have sons. But I pray to God every day that God should give me the grace not to be that mother-in-law that will be a Godzilla mother-in-law, monster-in-law, that will not allow my children's wives to enjoy their marriage. God forbid. Kamari. Not with everything that I know. Not as much as we are trying to change the narrative, this very nasty narrative about mother-in-law and daughter-in-laws. Guys, please, if you have sons, begin to train yourself now. Begin to learn how to detach from yourselves now, because we already established that the reason why a lot of mother-in-law become so antagonistic to their sons' wives is because they are emotionally tied to their sons instead of being emotionally tied to their husbands. But this is not about mother-in-law today. As far as we know, it's siblings. And I saw a video before I started that somebody shared and said that it's a picture of Ifunany'S paternal grandmother and all her children. And they said the issues around the relationship that Ifunany'S dad had with his Uncle Gabriel, Uncle, what's the name of the other uncle, and the woman that passed away, the sister Josephine, is around sibling rivalry. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. So I'm just going to play a bit of it. Let me just play a little bit of it, because we heard so many things about how Ifunany'S mother was treated. Yes, somebody put a comment there. And said that she was not treated well. Ifunany'S dad, as much as we have empathy for everything he went through, apparently he didn't treat the mom well at all. And Ifunanya herself indicated it when she said, when she was narrating the story, she got to the part where she was saying that after everything that the mom went through, hmm, after everything, yeah, after everything, she suffered in the marriage. And this narrative of always suffer, suffer, suffer is what is scaring a lot of the generation now, that they are thinking, my mother suffered, my grandmother suffered. Why do I want to suffer? Who does marriage even favor? Gong, gong, gong. We are looking at it from the Nigerian context. In a traditional setting, who does marriage favor? Because the uncle came, I saw a post that the uncle was now debunking what was being said. So maybe we should start from there. Yeah, I have it here. Let me read it to you. What the uncle apparently is saying. Yes, Chris. How many of you saw this? It was on TikTok. So see, the first video, or the first few videos that Ifunanya released started trending, and of course the family will get to know about it, that their family name now, because you know another thing that's very important to Nigerian families is the name. Your name is everything. So the family name is something that Nigerians don't play with. So this is his own attempt to debunk or give his own side of what happened. That's Chris Mokwa, right? It was just 3 hours after all the buhaha about what Ifunanya was saying. And I'll read. He said, I woke up this morning with a call from a friend. I think he means a call. It says class there, but he meant a call. So I'll just read it so that you understand it. With a call from a friend from Port Harcourt, Nigeria, asking me to check Facebook and see what is on. I saw a post trending with half-truths and well-composed lies meant to defame, castigate, and paint my whole family as akpanyo. That's people that unalive others. The first, he said the first blogger day I said, I went to the world to hear. Peter Mokwa is my brother's name. From the same father and mother. That is the man we're talking about. Ifunanya's dad is Peter Mokwa, right? The life of Peter Mokwa is one that does not have a pleasant beginning. Okay? He married late, trying to meet up in life. So that means Peter didn't marry on time. He could not get a good wife suitable at the time, and everybody was asked to put ice. Uncle, you'd have just gotten somebody to write this thing for you. Which one is all this? English is not our language. Hey, Joe, if you want to write something like this for public, get someone that can actually write it, or use AI. Don't come and be writing what I don't know. Everybody was taught to put ice. Put ice. It's like writing it in Igbo language. Everybody was taught to put ice for Uncle Peter because he couldn't find a wife. Because he couldn't find a good and suitable wife at the time. So everybody was asked to put ice. And he went on to say, my mother, a devout Catholic, found a girl who always comes to the morning mass. Peter's marriage was like living with the beast, which later resulted in divorce. Can you see the way he described her? His marriage was like living with the beast, but you are the angels that save him. And that's why you guys locked him up. On this picture we are seeing, you are not beast, the wife is the beast, right? But look at how you treated him. You that the angel, you his brother, Uncle Chris, that you love him so much. See what you did to him. How come? Okay, let me continue. So the reason why the marriage resulted in divorce, according to him, is because the wife is a beast. The firstborn son to Peter was 7 months old when Peter came to the hospital. When he came to the hospital, he asked and they said, He asked, and they said 9 months. He carried the baby and prayed. If the baby is his, let him follow the mother home. If not, let the baby go back. Okay, let me try and interpret it for you guys because I'm confused like you guys. So he's saying that when the firstborn was born, when Peter's firstborn was born, that he came to the hospital, he carried the baby and said a prayer. He said a prayer that if this child is mine, let this baby follow me home. He should follow me and the mother home. If not, let the baby go back. Guys, please. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Chris is saying that his brother, his family is accusing the wife of infidelity. This is the literal interpretation of this. That the baby that was born, the firstborn child that was born, according to Uncle Chris, does not belong to him, because when Peter came to the hospital and carried the baby and said a short prayer, if this baby is mine, let him follow me and my wife home. If this baby is not mine, let him go back. And he said, less than 15 minutes he left the hospital, the baby unalived. So is his prayer, because in his mouth he's John the Baptist, he's Peter, he's Paul, he's Lazarus, he's everything. He's I don't know. Is his prayer? Jesus is Lord. I'm a wrinkle. So it's the prayer that he prayed that made the baby to be unalive. That's what he's trying to say. Let's not dwell on that, because this is bull crap. That's what it is. I'm not saying that there are no paternity issues, but I mean, this, please, uncle, this explanation is not logical. It doesn't make sense. That is because he prayed. That's why the baby was unalive. No, there are so many people that are living with illegitimate children. I don't know any prayer that you as a human being will have to pray that will make a child to go back to heaven, because you are who. So that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to say that DNA is not a real thing. We know it is. Okay. Peter left USA with a briefcase. When he was coming to Nigeria, that's what he means. He was properly taken care of. The problem Peter has is drinking. Most times, it was Joe that will pick him up off the road after drinking and refusing to eat. The daughter whom everybody is praising will come to the village without lifting her hands once to clean up his father. So there is no time in the story that Ifunanya was narrating to us that she told us that after the father retired, she came to visit him. If I recall, you guys are listening to all of it, please correct me if I'm wrong. According to Ifunanya's story, they were having regular contact with the dad until later, when there was no communication, 6 months later, after there was no communication, before the Holy Spirit told her to go to Nigeria. Okay, let's say that he had a drinking problem for real. Yeah, he was drinking. I was not eating properly. That's a serious issue. Does it mean that they should lock him up like this? Is he trying to justify why he had a stroke? Did he have proper medical care? Who was caring for him? I did a video the other day where I was talking about, I was advising brothers. I said, uncles, I call it my children. My son says, Unc, 65 and above, you are going to Nigeria, to anywhere in Nigeria, and you say you want to go and live there. I say, if you don't have your wife, don't go. Don't make the mistake of going alone. Some of all these riffrats in TikTok were busy abusing their mama, not me. That why am I telling them to marry another wife? That who will go and be a hospice wife? I didn't say married men should marry again. I said those who are divorced, but people will hear what they want to hear. Anyway, let me continue because I have a lot to cover. So Chris said he was properly taking care of that Peter was drinking and he wasn't taking care of himself and not eating. He refuses to eat. And the daughter came to the village, didn't lift a finger once to clean her up. What she does What she can do is to calculate how much a plate of food costs and the reason why he can't eat more than twice. I thought you said he was not eating. So when did Ifunanya go there and was calculating food? When she traveled back to the USA, she refused sending the father's pension. The reason is that he was wasting money. Okay, so she said that Ifunanya had come before, and then she now went back because it was wasting money. She refused to send money. I wish to tell the world that this girl has refused to work since many years of graduation. She used her father's money to take a title from the village, used money to bribe the law enforcement agents to invade the family house and branded everybody Akpanyo Gbe. That's people that take people forcefully. So, yeah, Cherish Olivia, thank God I'm not even popular there because all those children, children that have not even seen period will come and be insulting me that I'm grandmama. Can you imagine? Chai. Anyway, I don't blame them. Won't come on, they don't teach them well, or they teach them, they no collect teaching from home. That's why. The man said that Ifunanya stopped, refused to work. But I thought I heard repeatedly that Ifunanya said she was working. She took holiday to come and that she had to extend her holiday. What was that all about? Let me continue. A case she could not be able to prove. She told the world that stones and sand were outside the house gate, and at the same time said a new house is being built. Where on earth is the said stone and sand supposed to be? Like mother, like daughter. Aha. You see? Can you see where it's going? Like mother, like daughter. So you can tell that they didn't like the wife. That is where the point I'm trying to make. It is the hatred they have for the wife. They didn't like. You remember he said, this Uncle Chris said that the wife was arranged for. The mother was the one that married Ifunanya's mom from Nigeria because he couldn't find a suitable wife in America. So they told everybody to put eye. When they now put eye, they now saw a girl that is coming to mass in the morning. They are Catholics. So they now put eye and marry that girl. But they said that she's a monster. The same monster that raised money. When this same brother that you guys love and took care of raised money to help Ifunanya to bring her father abroad. If he was in Nigeria, he would not be alive today. So there is a lot of hatred for the mother. I think that can be established from everything that the Chris man has written, because he said, like mother, like daughter. That's never something that is complimentary. When somebody say like mother, like, or like father, like son, no, it's not a compliment. It's usually an insult in Nigerian, Okay. Peter removed her from handling his pension because of her wasteful spendings. Peter money goes into his account. The first thing she did was to rush and collected all his arms and checkbooks. The family you are blackmailing, you will one day turn back to us as the earth remains. Stay tuned. Okay. That is what Chris wrote to defend the family on behalf of the Mokwa family. He said that Ifunanya will come back to him now. Everything that Ifunanya is done is to defame the family or to talk bad about the family. So that's why he's saying, "Babe, you will come back to this family that you are talking about on social media." Okay, let's carry on. I'm going to read something from Ifunany's post. This is from one of the posts that she did, one of the latest posts that she did. Okay, because remember, these are real people. They are known by people. They have friends, they have family. They live in America, New York City to be precise, or New York State, right? So they know people. Okay, now this is somebody who said that Ifunanya's sister is a friend, and this is what she wrote. Her name is Ifunanya's mother is Ifoma. She said, "My friend and sister Ifoma. Ifunanya's mother is my friend and sister Ifoma. She's an amazing, extraordinary woman. She raised all her 4 kids very well to become responsible and productive adults. Well, you don't need to tell us more. From seeing Ifunanya alone, we can tell how responsible the children are. So kudos to Ifoma. The whole world is celebrating Ifunanya today because of how she has raised her. So, I mean, like mother, like daughter, right? Yeah, she raised her well. That's why she had the courage to go save her father. So, she went on to say, I am super proud of my daughter, Ifunanya. Yes, my friend's daughter and a kid is a kid that I watched grow up, and she's my daughter as well. Then she wrote one in Bude, nne aginwe aka. Okay, nne agi awaka. How do you people in the house? What does that mean? Please translate for us in the comment section. Nne agi awaka. What's that? I think it's something pleasant. The first daughter of this of the century, of the 21st century. She said, the first daughter of the century 21st. May God bless, strengthen, and reward you abundantly for all the work and sacrifices you made for your dad. And I'm so happy for your mom that your dad finally apologized. So this was the video where Ifunanya talked about how the parents are back together because now the father is back to America. So where is he going to go? Remember, he's been in Nigeria since 2001. So the mom has taken him back. Yeah. And then she went on to say that, okay, there's something else that is missing there. It's two. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's it. We got it from there that they are back together. Okay, it means now you get your hand up. Okay, thank you. Giving her 5 okay. She's giving her high 5. Oh, thank you, Joy. Thank you. Okay. So what had happened after the last one that I posted was that this is now if Ifunanya completing that story, because as I said, the story went up to 20 something episodes. It's quite long. Yeah, very, very, very long. And why the family came out to come and say that the mother is a monster, we can tell from how Ifunanya rescued her father that she's not such a monster after all. At least she raised responsible children. So before we go to some of the lessons that brothers seriously need to learn about this thing called marriage, I want to share some of this what happened after you got to America. So the last one we talked about how Ifunanya was able to rescue the dad against all odds, got him to the US and all that. So she said that when she took the father, after all this treatment, physiotherapy and everything, it was now recommended that the father would be better off in a nursing/rehab. So they took him to a rehab. But she had advised them that anytime this man, any of the uncles come around, that the nursing home must inform her.
When that said person is in Nigeria, the evil and wickedness of men. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Before I continue with my testimony, I would like to read Romans 8, verse 28, and this is the word of God. Bears showed how grateful and how happy he was to be alive, to be in church. And I think that some of us take it for granted. The opportunity to hear the word of God, the opportunity to go to church
I think I
on
missed
Wednesdays,
it.
on Sundays. We feel as a document when that's
I think I missed. Okay, this is the part I'm looking for. When the uncle came to the hospital. Yeah, this is it. This is the part I was referring to. So let me take it a bit back because they had come to the hospice, the care home, and the care home people alerted Ifunanya straight away. So let's see that.
over my father. Just to let you know, I have power of attorney over my father. Whatever documents you have had him sign are not legally binding.
I'm not saying anything. Okay. You see that?
They're not legally binding because we have power of attorney over my father. This is Amy Makwa and Gabriel Makwa.
Okay, excuse me. Move me back outside my way.
Thank you very much for insulting me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So this is his brother Gabriel, right? This is Uncle Gabriel that Ifunanya was talking about. And yeah, they came to Big Bay said start from part 17. Yeah, I put them all together. I can't play all of them, so we're just gonna summarize them. Yeah, we're just gonna summarize because it's long. I need to get to the lessons. If I want to play them, it's gonna be too long. So she's saying that even after they got him to America, this is the brother that lives in the US, married to Oyibo woman, took documents and went there to get the father to sign. It was the nursing home that alerted Ifunanya. And of course, did you notice that what she couldn't do in Nigeria in terms of the recording? Did you notice all the recording in Nigeria? It was disrupted. They were not really clear. This time around, she was recording them because this is America. Touch me and go to jail. I'm loving it. This is Ifunanya in full action now in America.
Coming, locking the door. As you can see, there's evidence that the door was closed. Shame on both of you guys.
Okay, have a good day.
Shame on both of you guys.
Okay, you have a wonderful day.
We have residents who are trying to recuperate.
Well, without leave. Without leave.
You want to have a discussion?
Are there
Are
stairs?
No, the elevator's right
We're
here.
not the aggressor.
Thank you.
You like my picture? Oh, your boy.
Michael, see the uncle of the year.
Right here. Right here.
So they locked the door and we're having daddy sign something.
There's not going to be anything happening else. There's not going to be
Literally.
No. There's going to be no 911 because there's no need for 911.
Okay, I'm fine.
You're just going to go home. Don't get your ice cream.
Uncle, they say go. You want to call 911? What is the emergency? Go. Kilo day. What is it? What guys, look at it. What are they fighting this young lady for? What is husband and wife now put their mask to come to the hospital? What did he come to do with all those documents? Tori Ogun is all about property. Gabriel and his wife came to hospital again with fire. A man that is in rehabilitation that would have unalived in Nigeria where they locked him up. If not for God and the daughter, you came with documents. They are really, really shameless. All this because of money. Vanity upon vanity.
No one is stopping you.
Who is that?
Amy.
Okay, have a good day, guys. Can you stop following me?
Did you see how you guys messed up your brother?
Yeah, did you see? Did you see? Don't worry. No, we're walking. I'm not bothering him. I'm 6 feet away.
Okay. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna record that so there's no issue.
The nerve of you people.
Okay.
The absolute nerve. Weak and feeble because of you guys.
Okay.
Shame on you.
Okay.
Absolutely shame on you.
Okay.
You've come with documents for him to sign. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Talk to me. I have power of attorney over my father, which has been sealed and legalized and notarized by the U.S. government.
Okay.
Think I'm playing around.
Okay.
Think I'm playing.
Say if you're doing the right thing.
Call me and we talk.
No, there's no
Right
calling.
now, I thought we're all family, but you're doing things in
We
the
have
dark.
family, but I don't want any problems.
But you're doing things in the dark. You're locking doors? So how is that family? How's that family like?
Don't worry. There's security cameras. Don't worry. There's security cameras.
It seems like you guys are doing things in the dark. How can we talk about it?
Shame on you, Amy. Shame on you.
We're not asking
Shame
about
on you,
things that
Gabriel. Shame on both of you guys. Right now, Amy Makwa and Gabriel Mokwa. This is them leaving right now. I got a call a few months into my dad's rehab that Gabriel was in the nursing home with his wife, Amy, and they were in my father's room and they've locked the door. When I got that call, myself, my mom, my brothers, we drove to the nursing home and discovered Gabriel, his wife, and my dad in the room. When I opened the door, it looked like Gabriel had a packet of something like documents. I opened the door and I said, "What is going on here? How dare you? How dare you feel you have the audacity to come into this nursing home and try and visit my dad after all you did under your power of attorney? Oh yeah, by the way, I have power of attorney." He started insulting me, all this craziness, and he was eventually escorted off the premises. Once things died down, myself, my mom, and my siblings, we went back to the room to check on my dad, and we were told by my dad that Gabriel had my dad sign some documents, which he didn't know what he signed. But again, my dad, being very trusting of Gabriel and not really understanding just the role he played, signed it. I was advised to go to the courthouse to put an order of protection against Gabriel for my dad and myself. When I got to the courthouse, I was told that Gabriel, before going to the nursing home, had also put an order of protection against me.
So I ask you again, guys, what is Gabriel, Chris, Josephine, all of them fighting Ifunanya and her siblings? What are they fighting for? I need to know, because this is too much. What exactly are these people fighting this young lady over her father for? Somebody please tell me. Gabriel is a grown man, he's an uncle. Chris is an uncle. What do you guys want? You have your own family. You are married to this Oyibo. You are carrying up and down. Now, would you put your extended family before your Oyibo wife? You see, the things that you guys do to Nigerian wives, you know you cannot try half of it with your foreign wives. You wouldn't dare it. But because our culture is that of disrespect, our culture is that of whatever you like, you do to a woman. It doesn't matter. You carry your Igbo wife to go to your brother's nursing home to sign document because you are fighting the children. So that raises the question. Everybody is saying it's money, money, money. Who is next of kin? I need to ask, guys, some of you that are men especially, because you are the now Nabiodogu. Who is your next of kin? Is it your children? If you have adult children, is it your wife, or is it your mother or your father or your brothers and sisters? Who is your next of kin? Because we need to ask that question. Why is Gabriel going to court to go and take an order against Ifunanya? Because I don't understand. The Bible says that a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his family. And I'm thinking they are talking about children and wife. Which one is this one that brothers? Or is it what that thing that they said in some parts of the Igbo land where women do not inherit? Even if women don't inherit, what about the sons? The man has sons. Hey, uncles, make una learn, oh, make una learn. Now, person wanna take do next of kin and last of attorney. Now, I live una abandon Peter Mokwa for village, make it buy. If not for Ifunanya, they will not even be talking this. So they wanted, so in my mind, I'm thinking that maybe they wanted, if Peter had unalived in the village, since they have next of kin, then they can claim all the benefits. So for instance, he has life insurance, they will claim it, and his 401, whatever you could call it in America. I don't know whether you can claim social security when somebody has unalive, but is this what this is all about? Because according to the other brother, Chris, he said that Peter came home with a suitcase. He didn't have anything. So what are you fighting over if you didn't have anything? Is it nothing? This fight is for nothing. Because like I said, Ifunanya had evidence. If not all this short video that she was recording, nobody would believe. So if you're a man, you still think that your extended family, you put them above your children. Watch and see the way they will treat you when the chips are down. Just watch and see whether they will still love you and take care of you when you're unhealthy, when you are old and weak. We will see who will take care of you. My goodness.
And I was like, what? Anywho, we called 911. The police came and reported the incident. My dad said that, yes, his brother came. He was so happy to see him. And that he signed some documents, but he doesn't know what he signed. The nursing home had also told me while Gabriel and the wife were in the nursing home, Gabriel kept on looking for nurses to be witnesses of this signature, but none of the staff wanted to be a part of it. And so he left without getting either a notary or a witness to my dad signing these papers. The evil plan of Gabriel was to have a witness see my dad signing those documents and immediately have my dad discharged out of there without my consent or my family knowing about it. Thank God that none of the staffs were witness or wanted to participate in his evil deeds. And I was later, after he was escorted off the premises, the director of nursing gave me his version of his power of attorney. And I looked at the document and found it very interesting. My uncle, for context, was a court officer before he retired. And I saw signatures from notaries from the state of Massachusetts that signed that they witnessed my dad's signature while my dad was in Nigeria. How can a notary that only has jurisdiction in the United States sign and notarize a document when that said person is in Nigeria? The evil and wickedness of men.
So they were also faking documents as well. Anyway, this video I'm playing to you guys is on my channel. If you check, I uploaded it this evening. So let's just skip it to I'm going to move it forward. Let me move it forward to the best parts. Then we'll talk about the lessons again, because it's not, we can't do without the lessons. The lessons are very, very important. Yeah. Let's move it to you can watch this. All of this is on my channel. This is the last video Ifunanya uploaded.
In the year of 2023, the women of Urobo village gave me this plaque and gave me the title of Ada Diuku.
That's what the uncle was accusing. Chris was accusing her of buying a title. I mean, how do people think? Like, these children born in the abroad don't even... What are they going to use money? Why? Is she going to put it on her CV? They said that Ifunanya bought the title. She didn't buy it. They saw the way she stood. I hope all of you that think that female children are less than men, you are beginning to learn now, because that's one of the learning from this. All of you uncle, and even you women that are looking for male child, you don't think that a woman can make an impact. Let me tell you something. Every child that God gives you is sent for a purpose into your life. God never makes any mistake. So if you have all boys, you have all girls, you have a mixture, count it all joy. Think about people that don't even have one. So all of you that are always ungrateful, and you start thinking that, women are not important, girls are not children, it's only boys you are looking for in Nigeria. I hope you can see what a girl child can do. I hope you can see.
This is one of my prized possessions, and I thank God for honoring me and recognizing me. And to the women of Urobo village, God bless you all. As I continue on, I've seen in the comment section people giving their lives back to Christ.
Okay.
Forsake you. I won't just leave you guys without seeing my dad. That part will definitely come sooner than you think. But I just want to thank you guys also for your words of encouragement, for your prayers. I've seen in the comment section people giving their lives back to Christ, people going back to church, and I can see the dry bones. I can see the dry bones are being restored. They are rising again, and I give God all the glory. Thank you so much for all you have done and all you continue to do. Thank you to my husband for your love and your support. God bless you all. Bye.
So now we know. You know, we're asking the question the other day whether she's married or single. Yes, Ifunanya is married. You remember that everything that she's narrating now didn't just happen. It happened 2001, 2002, and I think 2003. So it's years ago. Apparently, she couldn't talk about it because they had cases and litigation going on in court. Bingbe, you said I should play the one where she mentioned that Gabriel has cleaned and put her father's retirement money in the bank. I don't. Which episode is it? Send it to me on the. Send it to me on. I don't know which episode is it, so it'll be difficult for me to find it. Send it to me on. DM it to me on Instagram, and I'll play it. So Ifunanya is married, and she's just sharing this testimony to the glory of God, and this testimony has touched millions of lives. Is how she gives glory to God all through. Is how this woman, when we talk about feminine women who have a feminine spirit, but in all her femininity, Ifunanya is stern. She's very, very stern, but she knows how to be soft. Wow. She should be teaching women how to be feminine in her, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, she's a celebrity already. Go to her TikTok and see. Wow. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, check, Binke. Since you are interested in that one, check. Let's find out. Let's see that one. So this is how he was. Yeah, this I had to slow it down because I needed to see for myself. I had to see for myself how that man was. No matter how your heart is so hard like stone, seeing that Uncle Peter on the bed wearing boxers short or whatever he was wearing and just lying down there hopeless and helpless. Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè. Look at. Look at him. This is the person that they care for. Why was the door locked? Why was Ifunanya told that the father is not there, is in Abuja? Why did they try to prevent her from this family? You people have a lot of questions to answer. This is him. They can't even get him. So somebody said in the comment section, I think the person has some medical knowledge, said that they think what had happened was that he had a mild stroke, right, in Nigeria. So perhaps he was not taking his medication if he had any underlying medical issue, like, high blood pressure and etc. And because he was not eating properly, nobody was caring for him in terms of his, eating, exercising, and just staying healthy. He had a mild stroke. But he's supposed to be in hospital where he can assess treatment and rehab and everything, but instead, I don't know if they took him to hospital, maybe they did, but we saw him in the house locked up. So by the time they now got him to the hospital, it was nearly too late. So this is Ifunanya's dad in America now. I think that's Hallelujah Challenge. And look at this. So if he's able to walk now, using this frame to walk, after everything he went through, because with anything that has to do with health, the earlier you treat, the more chances the patient will have at recovery. So you need to treat people quickly. So he didn't get treatment, but for him to get rehab to the point that he's able to walk with a Zimmer frame, that tells me that, it was just good treatment. If he had gotten treatment earlier on, perhaps he would have been able to, it would have been better. He would have been able to regain his mobility and be able to walk. Esther said, Ifunany'S dad had a big role in what happened to him. He must have been trying to prevent his money from getting to his children and wife. Let his sibling know about his pension. Yeah, of course he does. We'll get to that in a minute, my dear. Please give us a thumbs up. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. That's Peter Mokwan now. Ifunany'S testimony is complete. He's moving. He can talk. See, the legs are still very, very frail. He's doing physical, he's doing exercises to gain his strength back. He's still on a wheelchair. You can see he's with the therapist, helping him to steady his balance. And he's dancing. That's him dancing. This man, you're a lucky man, no. I don't think you are an angel. I don't think you are a saint because you didn't treat your wife well. You are very, very lucky. That's all I can say, because everybody, the whole world is having empathy for him now because of how badly his family treated him. But what if you had treated your family better, your wife and kids? Just imagine if you treated them better. Don't you think the outcome would have been different? Yeah. See what the Ifunanya said it as well in one of the testimony, that the mother forgave after, in fact, she was crying when she was saying how the mother forgave him after everything she went through, that he treated her so badly. Go and check the video I posted before. He didn't treat his wife well. He trusted his brothers and sisters and thought his wife was his enemy. The same wife that came to save him now. Shoraye. Shoraye. Okay. All right. Let me go to Instagram and look at that one that Bingpay is sharing with us. Hopefully, okay. We'll have it here. Yeah. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. We are going to the lessons in a minute, and I will also be sharing my link for people who want to contribute to this. There are too many lessons with this story. Too many lessons. Yeah. Yeah. So you see how thorough Ifunanya is. Did you guys see that? She also has the delivery. She has the delivery. What's it called? She has the signed delivery evidence to show. Ifunanya, oh my God, you're something else. You're something else. This young lady, man, the God that will bless you, God will bless you too much, my dear. She posted the FedEx that said that the thing was received. So how are you gonna say that you didn't see it? We can see the evidence, but you got it, uncle. What are you going to say? Okay.
Year 2025, for almost 3 years, outside of trying to kidnap my father from the nursing home and then put a petition for guardianship, you never sent my father a dime towards his care. And to manage and to take care of a stroke patient is no easy or inexpensive process. There were things that were necessary for my dad's care, and Gabriel, as acting power of attorney that he claimed to have, never had sent us a single dime towards any of it. Gabriel, the Lord, our God, he does not sleep, he does not doze off. Christopher never called, never sent word asking about my father. Him claiming to be this loving brother never showed any ounce of remorse for his lies in telling me and the people of Enugu, Yoruba village, that my father was in Abuja. Christopher, we serve a God that does not sleep and does not doze off. At the end of the day, this is a path of healing for me. I thank God for the people that he used in this testimony. To call them all out by name, I would need like 30 minutes. But you know who you are individually, and I thank God for your lives. May God bless you and honor you. Since my dad has been home, oh my goodness, this man, he is such a prayer warrior. Every morning he wakes up and he's testifying and giving God all the glory, God all the honor and praises.
There's nothing that draws you closer to God like a near unalive experience. If you didn't believe in God before, you didn't know God, yeah? If you didn't know God, yeah, you will know God by force when you walk through. You literally, when the Bible say, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. If you walk through the valley, that valley that the Bible is talking about, you will know God by force. You will know God.
My dad sees psychotherapists, sees occupational therapists. This man, he eats so good, he eats so well, drinks water, goes to church, he's with his family. One thing I had toyed with was my mother and my father's relationship. I realized that if Gabriel, Christopher, Josephine, Francis could treat me like this, I could only imagine truthfully and truly the nightmare my mom went through in her marriage with my father. Those people never liked my mom, and by extension, showed that hate to me when I went to go and rescue my father.
You see, they never liked the wife. Never mind the fact that Chris, the one of the uncles, said that it was their own mother that married that girl because she was a church girl. Remember, when they were putting eye to go and see, they said everybody should put eye. They now put eye and saw that, that she was going to early morning mass, but they didn't like her. And you're wondering why. What did she do to them? Is it because they took her to America? Why did all these siblings not like Peter's wife? Why? What did she do to them? My people, stand for your family, or stand for your wife. Stand for your wife and your children, brothers, on the day of your trial. If you don't, you will not see anybody. Oh, it's not all children that have mercy like Ifunanya. Oh, there are so many stories. If you look at the comment section now, you see people saying this story triggered me. Same thing happened to my father. Yeah. Some people didn't make it. A lot of them did not make. The reason why we are hearing this testimony is because Ifunanya did this thing that God gave her the strength to do, and the father is alive. The ones that didn't make it, you will not hear the story. See, brothers, you better hold your wife close. Make amends with your wife and children now. When the chips are down, it is then that you will know that your brother Chris has his own family. Shebi Gabriel carry his Oyibo wife to the nursing home. It is then that you know that one man for himself. All of you that think that he is my brother. I'm not saying you should hate your brothers and sisters, but when it comes to hierarchy, the way God ordained it, it's not me that said it. It is your wife and your children first. That is it. Before anybody. The day that you Nigerian men will get this thing, it will favor Una. It will favor you.
So when my dad was coming back into the house after all these years, I wondered where my father's mind and mentality would be. The day my dad came back home, he asked my mom for forgiveness. And my mom, with everything she had suffered in that marriage, forgave him. She forgave him. And I give God all the glory. My mom is such a strong and amazing and God-fearing woman. And I give God all the glory for her, for all she has done and all she continues to do to ensure that Peter Mokwa is safe and happy.
It's not every woman that will take a hospice husband back. Oh. Because remember that when Peter Mokwa was going to Nigeria, he was not disabled. He was not sitting on a wheelchair. He was not paralyzed. He had his full function of his body. It's not every woman that will take a hospice husband back. So that's why I say this uncle is very, very lucky. He is lucky to have a daughter and a wife like this. Some are not so lucky.
The healing process in our family is beginning. It has started. God is involved. I give God all the glory. I give God all the honor. I did write a letter to Gabriel in November of 2024 because, like I had said, Gabriel never sent a dime. And I thought that maybe with everything that had happened and everything that had been going on, that Gabriel would finally have common sense in all of this. He never sent a dime. And so the Holy Spirit told me, Ifunanya, you have some information, because obviously I had been talking to a few people, and I later learned where Gabriel had been putting my father's money. I drove down to Massachusetts, and I went to that specific bank, and I went to retrieve any money still left in that account, but also to close that account. That account had no authority and should have never been opened in the first place. I'm in Massachusetts, about to go to the bank in the next 15-20 minutes. I just want to say thank you, Lord, for safe travels from New York to Massachusetts, and may your will be done. May your will be done. To the bank, only $300 was in that account. Gabriel had act of power of attorney since March 2021, and only $300 was in that account. And like I said, since January of 2022, since I had my father in my care, Gabriel never sent a dime. Gabriel.
So when I asked the question, what Gabriel was fighting for, that's the answer. So for a period between 2021 to 2023, he was just collecting the money. And he didn't give a dime to the people that were actually caring for Uncle Peter, that were paying for his physio, his nursing care, and everything. He was just collecting the money. You can see that the money was not in the account. The account was empty, because as the money is coming in, Uncle Gabriel was clearing it. That's why he took the document, because Ifunanya had the courage. I see why you wanted us to play this game, but it makes sense. She had the courage to go and close that account so that the checks will not go to that account.
Gabriel, we serve a God that does not sleep and does not doze off. At this point in my life right now, I am healing. I'm giving God all the glory for what he has done and what he has continued to do. In this journey, I asked God why he kept my dad alive all this while. Why not end his suffering and bring him home to God? And I can realize now that had my dad passed away in the hands of Josephine, he wouldn't be able to do the things that he's doing now. Get forgiveness, live as a man of peace, live as a prayer warrior, live as a family man, and give God all the glory. My dad, in his own way, has asked God for forgiveness. And each and every single day, though it be hard for him to physically stand up and walk, I can see such a new man in him. It is because God loves my dad, truthfully, that he's alive today. If God did not care, if God did not see a better life for my father, God, I don't believe, would have used me to rescue him. My dad's story would have ended right then and there. Pitiful, sad, a man to pass away in his home, malnourished, dehydrated, dirty, unkept. But God changed the story. God told my father, these dry bones will rise again. And I give glory to God Almighty for everything he did in the life of Peter Makwa.
Okay, I think we're going to stop it there because of time. Thank you so much, Bingpe. That was very, very insightful. We now know why Gabriel Mokwa was carrying paper up and down with his Oyibo wife on tow, lazy bugger. I'm sure that's the money they were living on. Yeah, because he's probably retired himself. So, according to Ifunanya, that he worked as a court attendant or court person before he retired. So their paycheck had ceased. So now they need the money. Can you see now, brothers? Can you see? The wife that you are fighting, that you think that she's the one that, no, my brother is my brother. My brother is blood. My sister is blood. My wife, you are a stranger. Can you see now? It is these family members now, the wife and children, ex-wife, let me say. Remember, they are divorced. They are the ones that now know where they were going to find money to make sure that this man is alive, to pay for his care, to rescue him from Nigeria. So I hope you are learning, no? Havina Luxury said, Auntie B, should a single lady be concerned if her husband to be is really close to a sibling and tells them everything? What should a man do if his wife does something that destroys trust? Big questions. My dear, there's close and there's closeness. So once you get married, there needs to be a living. There's some closeness that there is no living. I don't know if you guys are Christian. You might need to take him to, people should go and have some premarital counseling. If there is no living, he can never cleave to you, my dear. I'm sorry. Because I know so many situations whereby they are still cleaving to mommy. PK calls them bomboy. They are still cleaving to mommy and daddy. So you need to really look at that. Some don't leave. They will tell you either accept my father and mother as part of. So the family has the father and mother and everybody in it. So you are number 3. You have to stand in line. So that's a very huge thing for you to think about, to know if it's something that you can, because it's not going to change. He's how he is now. If he makes a cover, whatever decision he's making, you probably not find out about it. The father and mother will be the one that will be in the marriage with him, making every decision with him, and you will be far down the hierarchy of priorities and importance in his life. So lessons very quickly is the one I'm talking about, living to cleave. If you are marrying and you still think that the reason why that marriage didn't work, I'm sure a lot of what contributed to it is the fact that Ifunany'S dad never ever left his family to marry his wife. He was with his family throughout. His brother and sister and all his siblings were the ones that were more important. And there's no way in the marriage, if a marriage is crowded, it won't work. It's never going to work. A woman wants to feel secure that I'm first, because you're supposed to be one. Is 1 + 1 equals to 1. That's what marriage, and at least a Christian marriage, that's what it's supposed to be. But a lot of Nigerian men don't understand that concept. Guys, give us a thumbs up. Brothers, if you want your marriage to work, you really want your marriage to work, you must leave. It's not that you don't love your parents anymore, you don't love your siblings anymore, but your wife is you now. Your wife is you. So if your parents start telling you, don't tell your wife this thing, no, and this thing, they start giving you side advice and telling you not to tell your wife, and you start taking decisions without telling your wife. You are telling your father and mother. They are the ones advising you. Uncle, it's a matter of time before your wife will know that, okay, this man is not in this marriage. You are still with your parents. So if you are not living to cleave, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem that might, down the line, it will end your marriage. And let me tell you something, in the West, when a marriage ends, most times it's the men that suffer. It's only in Africa that men enjoy when a marriage breaks, because you will take the children. You probably be the one that will send her out of your abroad. Abroad. We are talking of abroad. Now you go, they go drive, come off your house. So think about it very clearly when you are taking those decisions and you think that your wife is your enemy. Don't marry a woman that you don't like. Don't marry a woman that you cannot trust. Don't marry. And the good thing about it is that, brothers, you are the ones that have the power to choose. So why don't you choose the one that you know that this will be my life? Why do you choose somebody later you now say, no, I don't trust her? Then your family will start inciting you. Look at how Peter Mokwa's brothers are talking about Ifunany'S mother, that they called her a beast. That he didn't enjoy his marriage. Look at what they even formulated against her, that she had a child and he prayed a prayer and the child now went back. What kind of ragged mentality is that? Okay. Thank you very much for that. That's number 1. You need to live to clean. Number 2, girl child. If you still think that your girl child is inconsequential, girls don't. What is girls? Especially if you come from Eastern Nigeria, where boys are celebrated more. And I don't need to preach. Look at Ifunanya. These days, what girls are doing, some boys can do it. Gender does not matter. God gives us the same ability. Your genitalia has nothing to do with your intelligence, your wisdom, your strength. Yes, physical strength, but mental strength, God has given us equally. So treat your daughters. Let me tell you something. A lot of people were asking questions. If Ifunanya has brothers, why didn't they go? Why is it that she, that is a girl, was the one that had to leave America to go and face this family, a family of vipers? It's because women have more mercy. A girl can see her father treat her dad so, her mom so badly, and they will still love their dad. But boys are not so forgiving. If you don't treat a woman well, you cannot treat your wife very, very badly and you think your sons will love you. They won't, though. They will not even talk to you. They won't. That's why you can see that in this story, the brothers were not featuring very well. Because when your children watch you treat your wife badly, they will take side with their mother. Especially the boys. Girls can have mercy. They can love their dad, but boys. So, girl children, think twice if you think, oh, if you still think that girl is for kitchen, a girl child is for the kitchen, you don't educate them, you think they are not, what is the point? You are mistaken. Big mistake. If not for Ifunanya, by the time they hear back from him, this man would have been 6 foot under. Okay. Number 3. When you decide to choose your extended family over your wife and kids, be ready for the consequences. And one of the consequences will be that your marriage will be very shaky if it doesn't break. Because these days, a lot of women don't have time for all this BS. If you're not ready to be married, you want to stay with your... Because unfortunately, a lot of brothers marry. It seems that they marry because they just want to have children. And they can't have that children with their own siblings. That's why they will go and take a wife from outside just to procreate. And once you have the children, the wife is of no use to you anymore. Why? You are the one that chose, that say, okay, I will marry this one. So why is it that that one you've chosen is not good enough for you? So put your wife and your children. There is no man that has treated his wife and children very well. And when his hour of need comes, they will abandon him. When you hear all of them that are unaliving, they are sick in their old age, they abandon them, they start looking so unkept, is because of what they did when they were younger. Ngozi said, it's true, a lot of men, and to be, you're right, a lot of boys, men resent their father because I have had it. I know. Boys they are not forgiving like that. They will look at you and call you this man. That's how they will call. They will not even recognize you as a father. Yeah, a good example, Rekia, is Olu Jacobs. Yeah, and Ajoke Silva. Today, that man is enjoying. He's enjoying what he sowed as a younger man. Think about your old age, because all of us will be old in Jesus' name. So, number 4th reason is that your family may abandon you, the so-called family, which is, and I'm not saying hate your family. I'm just saying on the scale of preference, when it comes to preference, like closeness, your wife and children first before your siblings. So, number 4 point I'm making is, even if your extended family abandons you at old age, when you've been good to your immediate family, when you had strength, you treated them well, you didn't do all these things that Ifunanya's dad is being accused of doing. You go to hospital and say, I pray, and say, if this child is mine, he will follow me home. If this child is not mine, he should go back. What kind of... Sometimes when Umar, then you now hear another one that will throw you off. Think about that. Then number 5, who is your next of kin? Who is your power of attorney? Repeatedly, we're hearing stories about power of attorney, power of attorney, power of attorney. Who is your power of attorney? Think about it, oh. Is it your brother, like Gabriel, that is withdrawing money and thieving all the money? Meanwhile, you are there in need. This man was basically cashing out all the checks of Ifunany's dad's retirement and whatever. All the money was getting. She said it was close to $5,000 monthly in previous videos. Why was he not using the money to? Why did he not use the money to repatriate him back to the abroad? Let's even start from there. When he had a stroke, he's an American citizen. He has an American passport. Why did they hide his passport? Because it's just a question of buying tickets, first class tickets, and put him on a plane. But they didn't. They were busy enjoying the money. So think about your lasting power, your power of attorney properly, who you want to make last. Is it the person that is only interested in spending your money, or the person that will think and take care of you when you need it? Number 6, hospice wife. So I did a video the other day where I was talking about how, when you are elderly and you're moving, don't go alone. Make sure your wife goes with you. If your wife doesn't go with you, don't go. And if you are divorced, marry another wife in Nigeria. And as I said, a lot of all those children without home training came and started insulting me that who will be hospice wife? Who will be hospice wife? So Ifunany's dad coming back home to reconcile with his family is an act of mercy. It's not everybody that will be merciful towards you, especially when money is involved. They didn't see the need to treat him. They didn't see the need to send him back to America where he came from. Let's forget about America. He's an American citizen. Even if he didn't go to America, there are hospitals in Nigeria. So when I hear people having conversations like, just pray you don't get sick in Nigeria, I'm like, please keep quiet. You people make it sound as if over 200 million people in Nigeria there's no hospital for them to go to. Or we don't have any hospital. There are very good standard medical facilities in Nigeria. It's just the money. What are you talking about? So when I hear people saying, if you go to Nigeria, just make sure you are not sick. Just make sure if you have money in Nigeria, you'll be okay. You make it sound like Nigeria is a jungle. When I hear people saying things like that, like it's a bush where you don't have hospital, there's no physio, no occupational therapist, no rehab. Some people say, now what? So it took a lot of forgiveness. It took a lot of intervention and an act of mercy. Not every woman wants, like Esther was saying in the comment section, if she was the one that was Ifunany's mom, she will forgive him from afar, but she will not take him back. A lot of women will not take him back because he didn't treat her well. He chose his brothers and sisters over her. So why should I take you back now that you're almost unalived? You are in a wheelchair. You are a burden. To look after somebody that is disabled is not a joke. You have to wash them. You have to feed them. You have to cook for them. You have to sometimes take them to the toilet. It's a lot of work. People get paid to look after people like that. So why should I do all that for you? It's a sacrifice that people do for people they love. When you were strong, you didn't love me back. You chose your Uncle Gabriel. You chose your brother Chris. You chose your sister Josephine. Where are they now? So brothers, again, think about it too. It's not everybody that will take you back when you're in hospice. Nobody will take that. I mean, a lot of women will not take that. Reconciliation, forgiving. You now start apologizing. You start crying, please take me back. I made a mistake. It's my brothers that misled me when you're in a wheelchair. I'm glad and I'm happy for him that Ifunany's mom, I'm sure Ifunanya had a lot to do with that. Because Ifunanya herself said that the mom even raised money to send a first-class ticket for him to go back. It was not easy to get that man out of Nigeria. Remember, they hid his passport. It's the American embassy that stepped in, issued him another passport and everything that he was able to leave Nigeria. If he didn't have passport, you don't finish. If he didn't have passport, he was not an American citizen. You don't finish. It is that will be singing for him now. People will start singing for him. God be with you till we meet again. They'll be waving to him. Where Peter is gone. He's gone. He would have been alive if his money was going to where it's supposed to go to. You see how they defended himself? They say he was drinking. He refused to eat. That's why. Mm-hmm. Okay. So hospice wife is not everybody. Don't say that will not take him back. Yes, it's not everybody that has the grace. I totally hear you. And I don't judge. I don't judge anybody that will not take anybody back. And that's number 6. Number 7 is that yeah, I think I've already talked about it. It's about, don't think that you're going to treat your wife badly and your children will be happy with you. You can't say I'm a good father, like Jim Ike said, but I was a horrible husband, and you think your children will be happy with you. Nah. Yeah, Joy said, I will forgive but not take him back. I won't mind supporting financially, but I won't do any physical labor. Yes. Although she said, I will not take him back. Yeah. Yeah. So there are lots of lessons in this. And the main one in all of this, that the chief lesson in all of this that I've listed is that you need to live to cleave. Your wife is you. Your wife is you. Don't treat your wife as a stranger. Don't treat your wife as somebody that I need to be hiding secrets from, especially when it relates to money. You are doing project, you are hiding it. Somebody that is cooking for you daily, you are eating, you sleep on the same bed. If they want to unalive you, they are the closest person to unalive you. Why are you hiding things from them? Brothers, I can never understand you guys. I can never understand you guys, but God will help you. Thank you so much, everybody. I've been talking non-stop for over 1 hour. Oh, yeah. Please, guys, give us a thumbs up. I'm taking just a few calls now, and then we'll call it a day because I have a show tomorrow. Yes, we're talking about Ifunanya. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Ifunanya. Okay. Honey, babe, you are in the studio. Hello. How are you, darling?
Hello, Auntie B. Hello, everybody. Hope you're okay. Yeah, this story really touches me because I think I kind of told my testimony on Uncle Benno's show about my dad, and that I saw him for the first time last Saturday. Very similar thing. The only difference is that his siblings didn't unalive him, but he did the same thing. He wanted to retire to Nigeria, abandoned my mum, as you know, left her with the mortgage in 2014 to fend for herself. She had to call all the children. I'm the eldest. We paid her the mortgage for a year, and then I advised her to sell the property. My brother came from the US, and we made that decision to help her. And then she decided to live near me in Essex. Now, meanwhile, my dad wasn't communicating with us. As you said, boys are very unforgiving compared to the girls. My brother hasn't spoken to my dad in, is it 6-7 years? And even with me, he was calling me every now and then, and all the time he was in Nigeria. I didn't even know where he stayed, Auntie B. So even if I wanted to do what Ifunanya wanted to do, where would I start from, Auntie B? Do you get what I'm saying? Where would I start from? I will call him every time he called me, Daddy, where are you staying? What's going on? So that at least I know where he is. He won't answer me. He won't tell me. So if anything had happened to my dad, I don't know what I would have done. Where would I run to? And it was the thing where when he was married to my mum was his enemy. His siblings he listened to his siblings. Now my mum, yes, she has her faults, like everybody else, but she was the one that would advise him financially, buy property in the UK, do this, do that. No, my mum is his enemy. So it was the same thing, very similar to what Ifunanya was saying, where my mum was the enemy and he will always side with his siblings. I want to see my siblings. I want to stay with my siblings. And I think I mentioned it maybe sporadically in some of our lives that we had, that he had properties in Nigeria. He sold them and took them to Nigeria. Oh, he had properties in the UK and he sold them and took them to Nigeria. And to be tell me where the money is. What's most painful is that there was a flat he had in Earls Court. You know Earls Court, Auntie B. Yeah? It was a 3-bedroom flat. He sold the money and he took it to Nigeria. Can you imagine if he had still kept that property? It would have been worth millions. But because of the advice of his siblings, and when my mum was begging him, do not sell it, he didn't want to listen to my mum. Because remember, my mum is the enemy, right? He now decided to live. He decided to take all the money to Nigeria. To today, we don't know where it is.
How do you
And
marry
when
your enemy? Or is it that
my mom,
after the marriage, now become your
I don't
enemy?
know, Auntie B. The thing is, my mom has her faults. The thing what used to crack me up, he would still eat my mother's food. You'll be cooking. She'll be cooking for him. He will eat it, but he doesn't trust my mom. And I used to just look at my parents, and that was another reason why I left. After I went to uni, I bought my own property. I bought my own property at 23. I could not live with my parents because I didn't understand what was going on in that marriage. So going back to what I'm saying in regards to Ifunanya, let me tell you the truth, Auntie. When did Daddy decided that he didn't want anything to do with us, I just left him to God. 2 weeks ago, my mom calls me that she wants to speak to me. Remember, she's married, Auntie B. Remember, she got married in May. She calls me. She wants to speak to me about my dad. She said, Daddy wants to come back to the UK. I said, to do what? He's no longer, he has realized what he has done. He's no longer with the woman that is living in Abuja. He wants to come.
So
My mom is married.
he had another woman in Nigeria.
Auntie B, since the age of 20, I'm nearly 50. You know how old I am. Since the age of 21, he's been living with this woman in Abuja, and she's the
So
same age as me. She's
he
the same
took
age as me.
so he took the money to go and do his baby boy life
Yes,
with his
Auntie
new
B.
wife. That is the daughter's age
Exactly.
mate.
Yes.
Oh,
And with
honey.
with the woman that he was with, I know that I don't want to take up too much of your time, but what I would say is that with the money that came from the properties that him and my mom invested in, he was now bringing up stepchildren. This
He has
woman's children.
is
Auntie B, I don't want to talk for
it
too long, but
is it the
not
biological
biological
father?
children.
Mhm.
Sorry?
It's not his biological children.
No,
The woman
Auntie B.
came
And
with children.
I don't think so. And I've said to Daddy that, Daddy, I'm old enough. I have kids. If I have any half siblings, please let me know. He refuses to tell me, why are you saying that now? And I know there's half siblings. I'm just waiting for everything to just happen. So anyway, on Saturday, I went to see my dad. Yeah, I had to get a friend of mine to pick him up from the airport. Yeah. I went to see him. He's sorry. If I'd have known what I had known then, you know how they talk, Auntie B. I hugged him. I greeted him. I bought fruits. I cooked stew. I did what I did. So I'm the one that's running around. Like I said in Uncle Ben's show, the siblings are nowhere to be seen. He has called my mom to ask for forgiveness. She said, no problem. She's married now. It was my mom, Auntie B, that begged me to reconcile with my dad. So it is the mothers, it is the ex-wives of these men that abandon us, is the one that be talking to the children. I'm the eldest. My mom was talking to me for almost 2 days. I didn't want to speak to my dad because what he did for me was out of order. If you know you don't want to be with my mom, why would you treat her like this? And he just abandoned us. It's not like we're all adults, but you don't forget your children, even if you want to retire to Nigeria. So cut a long story short, my mom has forgiven him. She's married, so she can only do so much. So it's me running around, Auntie B, trying to get him assessed because Auntie B, he's a shell of himself. I don't recognize my dad. He looks like a homeless person. I'm no lie. All his teeth has gone. I have to now book an appointment for the dentist. I have to book an appointment. I have to register him with a GP. I've noticed that when I was speaking to him, his memory has gone. He's forgetting things. I have to now think about, I need to do an assessment. And then the next thing I need to do, because my mom has already asked me with her husband to do power of attorney. I am now going to have to think maybe I need to have power of attorney because I know for a fact he's still sending money to that woman, even though they're no longer together. So I'm
Is there
afraid
any
that he's
money?
fine.
Is there any money to send again? He's not spent
Just his pension, Auntie B. But I know he's sending it to Nigeria because when I asked him some questions, he was dodging me. So I don't want to start fighting him, but little by little, I have to try and talk to him and find out what was the reason you're coming back to the UK. And I need to check his accounts to find out what is going on. So this thing is real in the sense that I'm going through it now. The only difference is that his siblings were not so wicked to try and delete my dad. But my dad has come back with nothing apart from his pension, and he's a shell of when he went in 2014. And all because he believes that his extended family is more important than us, his children. Can you imagine? Even if you want to leave my mom, what about us, the children? It's now me, the firstborn, and to be that's running around. Remember, I've got my own children, or I've got
So
my
if
own
your
stuff to
mom,
do.
If your mom had not remarried now, you'll probably come and be begging and asking for
But
forgiveness.
he dare not, and that's why I'm so glad, yeah, because I know they were my mom's husband and her were dating for 5 years. I'm the one that pressured her marry this man because I had a feeling that daddy will now come back into the picture and now want to come back to the UK. Thank God she's married. And the thing is, I told him, and when I told my dad that mommy's married, you could see his face just drop because he
Yes.
wanted to now. I think in that they all come back because they now want the ex-wife to now use them. So they can now use them. Not my mom. She's living her best life and she
Yeah.
deserves it.
She
And
deserves
the
it.
good thing is that the good thing is that she, the fact that God brought her a husband goes to show that my mom is not a wicked person. She didn't have wicked intentions. Yes, they had issues, but the way my dad behaved was not right. And this is a lesson for all the men out there. When you decide you want to, go to Nigeria, when you abandon your family, there's a chance they will abandon you. And Auntie B, it was my mum that persuaded me. And because of God, because I have children and I don't want to put a curse on my children by not doing the right thing. So that is
Yeah.
the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing. I have to now be begging my brother in New York. He's gonna come in the next. I've called him and he's gonna try and come next month so we can settle this matter with I have 2 siblings, remember, to settle the matter because not my brother has not spoken to my dad in almost 6-7 years. My
I
sister
told you.
doesn't talk to my dad.
I told you.
Sorry,
I
Auntie.
told you. I told.
This is
I
what
mean,
I'm saying. So what? Sorry, Auntie.
no, it's not all children that will forgive, especially
No,
brother,
no, 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 no.
boys.
I'm my brother, yeah. Even though he doesn't talk like me, I don't know how I'm gonna move his heart. He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't. I can't even. My dad has been asking for my brother's number for years, and my brother told me the day you give my daddy my number, I will cut you off. That is how far my brother has taken this thing. Do you get me, Auntie B? So I don't
Yeah.
even know how we're gonna talk to my brother. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna have to do it. And my mom is gonna have to help me to talk to my brother. Remember, she's married though. Remember, she's
Because
married though, but
she
yes, he's the
witnessed
one that will.
everything.
Yes.
She saw the way he treated your mom.
Hmm.
She,
Mm.
he
You-
saw it, your brother. They saw
He's sorry. And
everything.
the thing is, yeah, because he's, me, and my sister girls, we know how to talk. My brother is very introverted, so he doesn't talk like the rest of us. It affected him. That's probably the reason why he's just he's 47. He's just, getting engaged and he's getting married next year by the grace of God. People don't understand when things, it affects the kids. Even as big as all of us are, I'm not going to lie here, including myself. What happened in my dad's marriage affected all of us, especially
It
my
does.
brother, because
It
he's
did.
very sensitive compared to, girls, we've got mouths and everything. But what I'm trying to say is that we need to appreciate Ifunany'S mum, because if Ifunany'S mum is exactly like my mum, and if it wasn't for my mum talking to me, I would not have seen my dad. I would have not forgiven him. So I give my mum the props and the respect for that.
And you know the
And
funny
she has
thing
not.
is this same moms that they
Auntie B.
blame, that they say that the ones that
Thank
turn
you,
the
Auntie B.
children away.
I remember, I remember he did exactly what probably Ifunany'S dad did. He'll be spoiling my mom all over the place. None of my dad's siblings like my mom. Same situation, same scenario. And he never trusted my mom. My mom is the enemy. And I used to look at my dad. If you know that you hate my mom, why are you married to this woman? That was what I was thinking in my mind. Now this is the same woman that you apologized to on Saturday. Remember, the last time I saw him, I saw him on Saturday after nearly 3 good years of him ghosting me. Do you understand what I'm saying, Auntie B?
So
So
he
I just
blew
give
all
my
that
mom.
money. In 3 years, he
Auntie
blew
B, let
money
me
from
tell you,
selling a flat in Else Court in
yes,
Nigeria.
Auntie B, I think he took almost maybe 400, 500K. We don't know where it is today. That's 500,000. And I'm not exaggerating.
Jesus.
I cannot tell you where it is today. I cannot tell you, Auntie B. Even
Half
when
a
Daddy,
million, half a
yes,
million
Auntie B,
pounds to
something
Nigeria.
like that, because we had a few properties. And the thing is, Auntie B, even with my daddy abandoning her, I don't know how mom does it yet. Even with my mom abandoning her, the house that I encouraged her to sell, she gave him half of the money. He still took that one to Naija and spent it. We don't know where it
blew
is.
it.
We don't. Yeah, and blew another money again. Now he has come back. Now I have to sort out housing and all the things, all the things. And I will do it because he's my dad. What I'm gonna tell you, it was my mom that spoke to me. To like, because me, I'm very hard when I want to be. It was my mom that spoke into me that you just do the right thing. And I did it because I
And
respect my mom.
housing is not like before. Now
I
it's
know,
not so
Auntie B, I don't know
straightforward
what
to
I'm gonna
get
do. So we're
accommodation
gonna
now.
see what we can do. So you know,
Yeah.
he's gonna stay with me for a bit, but the house and the stairs, it's not conducive to him because he's got a lot of health issues. So we're gonna see if we can try and get house. I don't know. I can only try, Auntie B, but I'm doing what I can as the daughter.
So
But what
the
I'm saying
woman
to
that enjoyed all that money is not there to take care of him now.
for where Auntie B, no, and the joke of it is, yeah, he's now seen she's still living in the house in Abuja. There's issue now where he wants to kick her out. I don't even know who's gonna sort that out. Maybe I have to get myself involved. And you know me, I don't like stress. I don't like fighting for property. But there's real issues going on, Auntie B. And the only good thing
Does he
by the
own the
grace of God,
property?
Auntie B, sorry.
Did he buy the property in Abuja or is
Yes,
renting?
he did. I don't know because I think he did. This is what I'm saying, Auntie B. How can I not know anything about my dad? I know
Hmm.
nothing about his life in Nigeria. So what I'm saying to you is just guesswork. How can I be your eldest child, Jay, and I know nothing about your dad, about my dad? And that's the disgrace. It's to me, it's an abomination.
Hmm.
Yes, I talk British and everything, but I have good home training. And for me, my dad is my dad. But really, what really pains me, yeah, is that did it have to come to this point? Like, you know, the whole Ifunanya thing. Why didn't he listen to my mom? Why didn't he listen? Even if he doesn't want to have anything to do with my mom, we are your children. We want what is best for you. But now, oh, I don't want to listen to you, my siblings. Are you going to marry your siblings? Don't these same uncles and aunties, they have their own children, Auntie B.
Yeah. So
You
thank you
understand?
so much, Honey Babe, for sharing. But before you leave
No
here,
problem.
I want
Auntie
you to
B.
say something to all these uncles that are listening now. All the uncles that are
Mm,
listening now, because like you
mm,
walk the walk. Unfortunately, you
mm.
have to pick up the pieces after your dad now, even
Yes,
after
yes,
everything.
yes,
And because I
yes.
know you personally,
Yes,
yeah, I
B.
can tell, having spent time with you, that everything that happened in your parents' marriage really, really affected you. I
It
know
did,
it.
Auntie B. I know it has. It has. It
Yeah,
has. It
I
really
know.
affected me, and people don't realize that. This idea that I know that marriage is a great thing, but if it's toxic and things are not working, I would rather you separate because it does affect the kids. As big as I am, it has affected me, and I have to accept that. I have to
Yeah.
accept that. But what I will
So
say
what
to all these, yeah, sorry, Auntie
uncles,
B.
talk to the uncles that are listening now who feel that my
Let
wife is evil. I don't like my wife. She wants to
yes.
buy me. It's my sibling. And
Mm,
taking all this big money without consulting with their children. Even if you don't
mm.
want to talk to your wife, what about your adult children?
I know.
Say,
I
house
don't
has a
understand
million
it.
pounds. 3 years later, you are broke
Mm,
and you're back.
I know, Auntie
Because
B.
you think
I'm
Nigerian
not.
women that you're going to meet there, all those girls that you're going to carry that is half your age, your daughter's age mates. You think she's with
Can you
you because she
imagine?
loves you. No, she's with you because of the
Mm,
pounds and dollars that you
mm.
have. If the money finish, she's gone.
Exactly. And she did. As soon as daddy's money finished, yeah, because eventually the money will finish, she was gone. She's
Hmm.
gone. Nowhere to be seen. When I asked, where's your baby girl? He said, leave that matter. I shouldn't talk. And even
Hmm.
now, he doesn't take accountability. But what am I going to do? Ask an 80-something-year-old to go and bend down and prostrate to me? No. All I
It will
can do
never
is
be.
that just let it
No,
go. I just
it
have to
can
let
never.
it go, Auntie B.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm glad you are taking that route. I don't think it can
What
be
can I
accounted.
do? As much as I do razz on this show, man, I'm a different person when it comes to my parents. I don't take nonsense. By the end of the day, there's God. And I think to myself that he's 83. He hasn't got long to go. She just let it go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. You understand? Because I mess up and I would want someone to forgive me. Obviously, I wouldn't go as far as my dad. So I'm trying to
So
give
he saw
everybody
your
grace.
mom. He actually saw
He
your mom
hasn't seen
face to
he
face.
hasn't seen my mom. He's spoken to her. I think I've told my mom, I don't know whether it's right for my mom to meet with him because we have to give my mom's husband respect. Even though
Yes.
he's Caucasian, we have to give him that respect. So for me, for now, I think it's better that she can, hello, hello, how are you? But I think that daddy's business is with his children, not my mom. She's remarried. She's a married woman. So we need to respect boundaries. I don't know if you
Yes.
understand what I'm saying, Auntie B. So for now, I don't really advocate for my mom to, meet up and talk. What do they have to talk about?
Yeah. You are
It's
right.
gone. She's married. She's a married woman. So I want everyone to respect themselves. But in terms of these uncles, just listen to my testimony regarding my dad. Everybody, when you decide to go to Nigeria, I think if you do want to go to Nigeria, all the things that Auntie B said and everything that I said, do it with wisdom. Consult your family. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't just say you want to go to Nigeria, you want to go to Nigeria. You've been in the UK or you've been in the US for almost 40, 30 years. Nigeria is a different place, mate. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not the place that you went to in 1969, 1970, 1980. So things are different and everybody is desperate. Not that that's an excuse. But I think that when you collaborate with your family and you talk about wanting to go to Nigeria, let there be an agreement.
Carry
Don't
them
just decide
along.
to do. Yeah, carry them along. Thank you, Auntie B. Carry them along. Don't just be doing your own thing, my brother, my sibling. Because at the end of the day, yeah, when everything mash up, it is these same children and maybe the ex-wife that will be helping you, like I'm doing and like what Ifunanya is doing. So don't just abandon your family. If you're going to make any decision, especially something as important as going to Nigeria, carry your immediate family along. Let them advise you whether you have adult children and do it with their blessing. And always make sure that, to me, your priority should be your immediate family. Your siblings are your siblings. I know you have that love for them, but you have wives and children. So it's very, very, very important to carry them along. And in the unfortunate situation where you're no longer with your wife and it's an ex, don't abandon your children, because I'm an adult children, but I still need my dad at my big old age. It was beautiful to see him. I hugged him and everything, and we've been gisting since. So always think about your immediate family. And if you abandon your family, I always say choices, right? Any choice you make, you're going to have to bear the consequences of that. So if you abandon your immediate family, bear the consequences and be advised on, not everybody is like me. Another person will not be as forgiving. Even people have said that, what Ifunanya done? They cannot do it.
Yeah.
So
A
be
lot of people
prepared for
cannot
the
do it.
fact. Yes. So be
I like
prepared for the fact that go on, Auntie.
I like what Nikki Shah is saying. She said, that is the problem I have with some Nigerian men. When you are divorcing your wife, what are you divorcing your children too?
Exactly, Auntie B. Why are you? The thing is, when Daddy went to Nigeria, I'm like, what about us? He said, we're fine. You'll be fine. It's like because he wanted to pepper my mom. Yeah, he decided to now put us in the same category, and you want to pepper your children. We are products of both mom and dad. Why are you wanting to punish us because
Did
you
he
no
get
longer want to be with my
did
mom?
you get some of that sales of all these properties and all this money he got from the sales? Did he give any to you and your siblings?
For where, Auntie B? The house that I bought, I didn't get a penny. He was basic. I didn't get a penny. All the houses, yeah. I mean, my mom gave me some, but in terms of my dad, yeah, he took the money and he ran. His priority was his baby girl in Nigeria. She ain't a baby girl anymore. And his stepchildren. He was sending them to school up until university, Auntie B. That's what I heard.
So
So his priority was
that
definitely not us.
he's in his 80s now. Has he got life insurance? It's too late for him to take
That
life
all
insurance
these,
now.
I don't know, Auntie B. This is what I'm trying to say to you. I know nothing about my dad because he's
These
very
are the
secretive. So these are the things I have to unravel, and that's why I say I'm going there again this weekend. I'm gonna have to see if I can, go into his bank accounts, check all his paperwork. I don't know anything, Auntie B. These are all the things that I need to find
You need
out
to
and
start
do
asking
now that
questions.
he's back in the country.
You need to start
Sorry,
asking
Auntie
him
B.
questions. Yeah, you need to start having this hard conversation. And he needs to
Yeah, I will.
look,
You know me
as
now.
much as you
Yeah,
want to be
I
delicate
will.
with him, yeah. Do you know why I'm saying
Yeah.
this? As much as you
Yes,
want to
Auntie
be
B.
delicate, is your father, you love him, you respect him, and
Yes,
you want to be
Auntie
delicate
B.
around these conversations. But you got to ask some serious questions, and you need to have these hard conversations because he's 83. You said if you're
Oh,
unalive, God should give him till 100. But if
yeah.
you're unalive, do you know that rest
Mm.
on you? Do you know how much it costs to bury somebody in the UK? I'm sorry to bring this up,
And to
but
be,
these
this
are
is, I
conversations that
agree
you
with
need to
you,
think
and
about.
these are all the things I'm saying. Like another thing I would say is that all you men that want to go to Nigeria, sort out your paperwork, sort out your will, find out who is your exec, put things in trust, have power of attorney. Don't wait until we get to a situation like Ifunanya's dad. You understand? I think it's very
He
important to
had
use wisdom so that if
he had
anything
power of
happens in
attorney.
Nigeria,
Yeah, he had power of attorney. It was just he didn't have the right person. He put it in his brother's name,
yes.
and the
Why would you
Gabriel was
put
clearing
your
out the
brother and
account.
not? Can you imagine, Auntie
And
B?
he has
Now,
sons.
let me give
Someone that
you,
has sons.
yes,
Even if you didn't want to put
Auntie
it
B, let
in
me
a
say
woman's
this.
name,
I know. I just found out that the house in Abuja, my dad willed it to my cousin, and I'm alive. Oh.
is a lie.
I'm not lying. My mommy told me this 2 days ago. I don't laugh. So we have to unravel that. Yeah, that's what they do now.
How?
This is not Jerry Springer. Uh-uh.
Honey, babe,
Because
let's
I
talk.
wasn't
Let's
because
talk.
we weren't talking we weren't talking. His best, the way his logic was to will it to my cousin. How does that make sense? And you have a child that's alive.
That
To be
will
our best.
that look, Abuja house is expensive, honey babe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Abuja
Mm,
house is
mm.
Abuja is very expensive, and let me tell you something: the prices of properties in Abuja appreciate more than Lagos. So don't just say,
Mm.
"Oh, I want to-" no. How did that conversation happen? What was it
I don't
thinking?
know,
Say,
and I don't know, Auntie B. I don't know, and I feel that because he
to
was
have that conversation
isolated, he
with you.
wasn't. Yeah, because he was isolated, I didn't speak to him. He wasn't picking up his calls. We don't know how much they pressured him. I'm not trying to accuse anybody, not my cousin anyway. But
Yeah, it needs to
I
be
don't know. I'm
amended.
trying to.
You need
Yes,
to
I
amend
definitely
it
believe that, Auntie
ASAP.
B.
And
Yeah,
let me tell you
yeah,
something:
yeah.
wills in the
Thank you,
UK
Bimpe.
don't
Yeah.
cover.
Hmm.
Wills in the UK, I'm sure you already know this, don't cover properties in Nigeria.
I agree.
So
I
you
understand
need
that,
a
Auntie B.
Nigerian lawyer in Nigeria to
Yeah.
draft a will for you
Mm. What
and
we're doing now
nullify
is that
whatever he has
Mm.
promised people, whatever he has
Hey,
written. You have a lot of work to do, my dear.
thank you.
Hey, Jesus.
Auntie B, it's a lot.
They
Oh,
say,
it's a lot.
look at this
Mm.
uncle. He came back empty-handed and he already willed house to cousin.
Can you imagine?
Ozeba. It's really
It is
Ozeba.
what Auntie B. Well, yeah, I
The
think I
Lord
just
is
wanted
pleased
to
with
just
you.
tell you what's
Contact
going
a
on.
lawyer in Nigeria. If you need help, I will hook you up.
Thank you, Auntie
Okay.
B. Thank you, and
I have
maybe
lawyers in
I'll check
Abuja
you.
that will help you and sort is good. But the only thing is that it will cost money again to do.
And we'll
And if it
find the
doesn't,
money, Auntie B. We'll find the money, Auntie B. When mommy had an issue, wasn't me and my siblings paying mortgage for 1 year. Me and my siblings, we'll figure it out.
yeah,
We'll figure it
you
out.
need
But yeah, we'll do.
you
Thank you,
need to
Auntie B.
have those conversations. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
I'll
so much,
message
honey
you
babe.
separately and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that
All right.
separately. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye
Thanks for
bye.
always sharing. Thanks for being vulnerable, honey babe. We appreciate your always being open. People learn a lot from you. Thank you for always sharing. As much as you love and you're cuddling daddy, you're happy to have him back. You're not going to just keep quiet though. Daddy needs to do what is right now. It is time for him to do what is right. And he cannot just come back with all this burden on your fragile shoulders, dealing with everything that you are dealing with. And he will give his property that is worth millions out to a cousin. Which cousin? Nibo? No. Honey babe, Magbao? No. It's not right. He has to amend whatever he has done. If he wants forgiveness, he needs to do the right thing. That's what I think. Esiribayi, have you guys seen it? You see how uncles complicate their own lives? Selling properties up and down, taking almost half. You know what £500,000 is? £500,000 is money that can change the trajectory of a generation. All blown away in Nigeria. You know the way money goes now. Even if you have 100, let's say you have 500 million, it will finish when you are living baby boy life. Carrying a girl that is your daughter's age mate, they will help you and spend it. They will buy car today, buy bone straight tomorrow. They will travel, they will open shop. Before you know, the money will be going. Now, uncle is back. Guys, these stories, man, are people learning? Uncle Ben, no. Are you people learning? Wumi, please unmute yourself, my dear. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Auntie B.
You're welcome.
Yes. There is one of your video that I saw telling the men to get married when they get old and they want to
Yes.
stay in Nigeria.
If they are
I
divorced. That's what I said. If they are
yes, but I'm
divorced.
just thinking in this concept now. Let's assuming that man, that Ifunany'S daddy, got married. The case would have been way worse than this.
No,
Because
we don't
trust
know
me,
that. No, we don't
I'm
know
just
that.
I'm just thinking because those family members that did not allow the real wife to exist, definitely they will not even. That's why he did not even have wife, as in how will I call it, the second wife to stay with him, because they know what they wanted. They just want to drain him to the last bone,
It's
And
not
because
everybody that you can fight and win. There are some wives too that carry with it to come. You've not seen those kind of wives before. They will match them fire for fire.
that is why I said it wouldn't have been like this. That one too will have his own strategy to clear everybody like a bulldozer. You understand? Because all this thing now is like Olegba. The same Ifunany's dad, thinking that he wants to go and have a good life in Nigeria, took all his retirement money there, not knowing that he's taking it to put in his greedy brother's mouth for that one
Yeah.
to be enriched, to enrich himself. So
Yeah.
all the suffering that he suffered, eventually, what did he gain? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. But those people that suffered for him
Yeah.
from day one, from the get-go, those are the same people that are still coming back to still help him, which is his
So
immediate family.
So I know a lot of people had issue with that video when I said that if a man is divorced and going to Nigeria, they should marry. I think it's good advice and I stand by it because I think that a man like Ifunany's dad, who obviously had underlying issues, needed care. He needed close monitoring. And I'm looking at it from a care perspective. People who have this opinion that, oh, if you marry a new wife, they are going to unalive you. They are going to unalive you. There are so many women. I don't see any woman unaliving a man that is taking. Remember, the money was not an issue. He had money to marry not a young girl.
Auntie B, I'm sorry to cut you short. Do you know that sincerely they would have unalived him faster than now? Because
I don't agree.
with the pretense of, oh, I'm the wife, she
No,
will
I
be the one to do
disagree.
everything now. You understand? And why those ones are keeping him? It's because of the money that they are still getting.
No, I disagree. Why would she unalive him when she's getting money? It's a fair exchange. You marry her, it's not a young girl, an elderly, somebody that is close to his age, looking after him. They are looking after each other. You people make it sound as if every woman you marry will just unalive you. And women just unaliving people in Nigeria or what? I don't agree with that. But it's okay. That's some people believe that, but I don't.
I'm
Okay.
just saying it based on the kind of family that he has. You
Yeah.
understand? Because that family member, they will not even allow her to function as a wife. You understand? And the only thing that will be holding him is this old man. You understand that he will probably want to run away or unalive.
Well, the alternative didn't work out very well for him, did it? He ended up having a stroke and almost unalive. So how did that work out for him? If not for Ifunanya that came to rescue him.
And also, I just as in he just occurring to me. I don't know how true that can be, but if Ifunanya can be taking that money and be sending it to that account that he claimed to go and close down in how do I call it? I've forgotten the name of the area that he went to go and close down the accounts. That means yes, yes. And I just feel like, why would she agree to be doing that? You understand? In a way, it's as if she would have been regretting some of her actions too. Like, okay, why did I have to support this man to this extent? And trusting this family. Let's assume she didn't go down there, as into Nigeria, to see all what is happening. Like Koro eye, she won't have believed. Because I'm very sure because of the love and passion she has for the father, she definitely believed everything that was happening until she couldn't hear from him again. You understand? Yes, because she was helping the man, as in the father, due to the love that she has for him. He was helping him to send down money. It's like being used. But that's why she felt so much betrayed that these people that you are telling me to do things for on your behalf, not knowing that so many things is even going wrong. That's why she mentioned it in one of her testimony. That is when she now understood what the mother has been going through with the father.
Yeah.
That if they can do this to her, how much more the wife. And why, for my own understanding, I'm thinking that thank God that it's not the wife or any other child that went. Ifunanya is like a chosen child that God has, ordained for this man's, how will I call it, escape. And this so-called uncle in question, you won't believe that this uncle is Ifunanya's dad that brought him all the way from Nigeria to this America.
Yeah, so we heard.
So if you can be so kind-hearted to your relatives, but all what they can do to you is evil and evil and evil, that's why I just feel like that's why God does have mercy on him. Just have mercy and give him another opportunity, to appreciate those people that have been good to him and he has not been appreciative to. You understand? And I pray he never go back to loving those evil people again. If not, it's going to a path of damnation and God will not even allow that to be. So I just feel like, thank God it wasn't Ifunany'S mom. If it was Ifunany'S mom, the narrative would have been changed. They would have said, oh, she wants to take the man and kill the man and whatever. And they are not together. Why are you coming here? Why are you so passionate? Okay, even if the woman is not doing this, daughter, doesn't she have a right to her father? You understand? Let's forget about money. If the children were greedy about money, would they be sending money to that account that the daddy gave to them? They were not. They were not greedy about money. Everybody, you would have seen that everybody has already locked up.
Yeah.
Right from the side of the mother. So they've already, want to go and chop the money. Go and chop it. But eventually, did he even enjoy it? No. So it is well, Auntie B. I
Thank
hope
you
a
very
lot
much.
of Nigerian men will learn, and some other people that are still planning the same, hell trip down to Africa, thinking that they will enjoy the money is a lie. You cannot enjoy it. Okay? When you leave a woman to suffer, you abandon him and his children. You abandon your wife and the children in the abroad and go back to Nigeria that you want to have a good life. You can never have a good life. I'm telling you, except if God chooses, to have mercy upon you, just like Ifunany'S daddy. A lot of them will live miserably and die and go to hell and still get punished for their actions. Thank you, Auntie B.
Thank you. Wumi. Thank you very much for your contribution. Say they will suffer on earth and suffer in heaven. Lagbara. So yeah, Nana, you're asking a very good question because the pushback I've been getting regarding this advice that men who are divorced should marry when they get to Nigeria is that, so that the woman will come and buy them. I'm like, where is this coming from? Nana is saying, so this lady is saying women buy men. So you just marry a woman in okay. So I have an example of an uncle here, right? That he's not living in Nigeria permanently, he's not retired, he's still working, but he was divorced for a very long time. Went to Nigeria and found this woman. Yeah. She already has children. I think she has about 4 children or so. Married her. When I saw the picture of this man, I know what I'm saying. This uncle should be in his 60s. Yeah. When I saw his before and after picture, this is somebody that I've seen physically, and that I didn't know him. I could not believe it. She met this woman that her husband in Nigeria had abandoned her with children. And he has money, so he took care of her, rented a place for her, opened a shop for her. Which woman wants to buy a man that's looking after her? I've never heard. So this idea of if you marry a wife, she will buy you, she will buy. I don't understand. There are so many women that need husbands. And there are so many men. So what I'm hearing is that a lot of people are saying that, once you are divorced at a certain age, don't marry anymore. Somebody even said on YouTube, so I will come and marry so that they will buy me. I cook my food by myself. Cooking your food by yourself at 70. Kilo day. And people are spending too much time on YouTube or something, social media. But this uncle's own, it turns out well. If they want to buy you, they will buy you regardless. So I don't think people should go into anything with fear. Why would you look for the one that will buy you? Can't you look for the one that will save you? My own thinking is that if Naya's father, if she had a wife, then perhaps it will not be in that village, in the community, in the compound there. He will have somebody that will take care of him, that he will not even have the stroke in the first place. Remember, the conversation is not around going to Nigeria. Oh. I think a lot of people are missing the point. We're not saying it didn't happen. The conversation around Ifunanya's dad is not because he went to Nigeria. It's around what happened when he went to Nigeria with his siblings, what they were doing with his money, and the way they treated him. So let's not get confused about this whole thing. Hey, Joe, I think we should understand it. But I think that in anything, even if you are younger, you want to marry, and you have the mindset, this person I'm going to marry will find me, then that's a very negative mindset. And I'll be wondering, why are you thinking that way? What's making you think that way? So let's be careful around all those negative thoughts. I don't know why people are thinking that way. Okay, we have someone in the studio. I'm about to end now. Nosa, welcome. Good evening,
Hi,
man.
Auntie B. This is my first time of calling in.
Thank you,
Oh my
sis.
goodness.
Welcome.
Hi, how
How
are
are you, ma?
you? I'm
it's, lo-
good, I'm good. Oh, this
it's
is a
lovely to
wonderful
see
topic.
you. Thank you,
Same
ma.
here, sis. Same here. My honest opinion in this matter, really, I support you. I think that men at that age, irrespective of whether they're in America, they are going to Nigeria, they need a partner. At 65, they can't do much for themselves. Then going back to Nigeria without a woman, I think he needed a woman by his side. Not all women are bad. I agree that there are some bad women, but not all women are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Even women, we need men by our side at that
Absolutely.
age. We
Mm-hmm.
both
It's
need each other.
companionship, ma. That is what is important at that age.
Companionship.
Companionship. Yeah.
Ship, whether it's a partner or he gets married to her legally. But I tell my friend that has lost their mother, they lost their mother, their father is a widower. I said, advise your father to get a wife for your father. He will live longer.
Absolutely. That's the truth.
He will live longer. He needs somebody to care for him. Forget about the other ex. It's
What
not all
about the
about that.
loneliness? The
The
loneliness, Unko?
loneliness, it is a lonely world, my dear sister. It's lonely. Being in America, being in Nigeria without a companion. My goodness. It's easier for we women, to stay alone because we see our children, our grandchildren. So it's easier for us. But for men, they're like babies. They become like babies again. So we should remove that notion that when a man is going to marry a new wife, or is all she needs is his inheritance, or wanting to destroy his home. They are good women. There are good women around.
Yeah. Someone say vet, 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 vet. Vet. Since the first one didn't work, they said that your family didn't like the first one. Vet this one. I think there are good people. Auntie, this is what I think.
Yes,
This life, they are good men. They are good people. They are bad
and they're
people.
good women. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
So,
Everywhere.
yeah.
Everywhere. So please, my own take in this Ifunanya's case, honestly, it was a sad one for me. I wept because I think no one deserves the way he was treated, whether it was
Yeah.
with a woman or not. His siblings, all they needed was his money. Whether the wife was bad or the wife was good or whatever, your brother is with you people in his house. Why couldn't people take care of him?
He was even supposed to be in hospital. Why was he at home when he was ill?
Why was he at home? So they
Looking
had the bad
dehydrated,
intentions. They had the
looking
bad
unfed,
intention
unclean.
right from beginning. Even if they encouraged him to come back home, we they all want to go back home at a certain age. Fine, but you have to prepare yourself. Men, please listen and listen very well. You get to prepare yourself to go back to Nigeria. Nigeria is not where you left it how many years ago.
Yeah.
Life is different. Life is tougher.
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice. It's your choice. If you want to go back or if you want to stay in America, it's all your choice. But make a good choice. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much, NCB. Thank you.
Thank you for calling us, ma'am. I appreciate you,
Uh,
sis. God
all
bless
right.
you. Thank you very
I need
much.
to take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you. Maybe because I keep telling you my work is with the elderly, and And this job have kind of I've been in this role for so long that I've seen all shades of aging in the abroad. Okay. So people were saying, oh, people don't understand that when we talk about growing old in America, you can go to a retirement village or a retirement area where you have elderly people, you have your own flat, you have all the facilities and everything. Yeah, like that auntie said, it's all about choices that we make. If you want to go to a retirement community, it's fine. If you want to retire to a care home, it's fine. If you want to retire to Nigeria, it's fine. It's all about planning. But because I personally have seen a lot of aging and what it does to people, the isolation, the loneliness, I've seen it all along. It scares me when I see it. Honestly. One lady told me that she had to put her TV on so that she can get some noise, background noise. That is the only... Can you talk to TV? They will stay alone, no, inside the house, oh, nobody to talk to. Children have gone. They have their own life to live. The loneliness in the... Even now that we are not old yet, that we are not in that age yet, see how it is. How many times do you see your spouse in a day? How many hours do you spend together? You in America, tell me, when you do your long hours, what is your quality family time that you have, even when you are married? So I don't think loneliness is good for anybody. Like Sister Wumi said, whether you are in the abroad or you are in Nigeria, I don't think anybody should be alone. Old age is really, when you are young, you can go out. I'm talking about old age where when this winter, the wind is cold, bitterly cold. Where are you going? You don't even want to go out. You'll be stuck in that house from for weeks. So yeah, whatever choices, it's all about choice. I mean, people will do what they think will work for them. And I pray that as we are planning for this old age, we do it prayerfully. Again, you have to pray about anything that you're doing. If you know God, you have a relationship with the Holy Spirit like Ifunanya. I'm sure if the Father, listen, maybe Ifunanya, Holy Spirit would have told Ifunanya what to tell her dad, whether to go or not. Be like Moses that says, if your presence does not go with me, Lord, I don't want to leave this place. So if you're going to Nigeria, pray, Father, should I go or should I stay? What should I do? I think we should prayerfully be seeking answers to these things. What should I do with my old age? But what you want to avoid by all means is the stories of Ifunany'S dad and Honey Babe that just shared with us a very sad story of the father moving to Nigeria with all that money, blowing it under a few years, coming back. And then I think if the mother was still single, I'm telling you, people would have been saying, she be baba ọmọ yín ni, ibo lẹ fẹ́ jù sí báyìí the dáríjì. The church people would now step in, they say, jẹ́ kó wálé. That's what they would have done. They would have made that woman, only based mommy, to take the man back. But because God wants to just say, no, enough is enough. She's married now. And let me tell you something, and it's not only for men alone, women as well. If Honey Babe was still here, I will ask Honey Babe, how her mom was before this relationship that she now married the man and after. Her mom is how old is Honey Babe's mom again? Traveling, living her best life. They are going to restaurant to eat. You trust Caucasian men the way they live their life. The quality of your life will always be better with a partner, whether you're a man or woman, especially at that age. That's just my take. You might disagree with me. You want to cook your food at 70, good for you. If you feel like somebody is going to buy you, maybe they will probably buy you. It's what you think that happens. So, I don't know, but I just pray that the Lord leads us in everything that we do. Yeah. Let me read this before as I round up. Guys, please give us a thumbs up if you've gained something from this today. Ifeyemi says, studies have shown that married men live longer and have better health outcomes, but marriage doesn't really improve women's longevity, and it worsens their mental health, overall health outcomes. Well, the only marriage that doesn't make women live long and does not improve their health is toxic marriage. I don't see how you are going to be in a marriage where you are happy, you are fulfilled, and you have peace, and you not live long. So I think anybody will benefit from marriage as long as that marriage is a happy one. Yeah, everybody will benefit. But may the Lord help us while we make all these choices. I pray that the Holy Spirit will continue to guide us and we will listen. Men, brothers, and young, you should listen though. You know, say now, not king ba, especially when you don't see one smally for Naija, where they scratch your pot belly, they tell you, say, Daddy, Zaddy. When you don't put pants for your pocket and dollars go, they call you Zazie. I love you. For your old age, you're going to behave like fool. Now you gonna fall in love. You be falling in love at 75. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Continue on. Continue. When your money finish, that time you will know that love and you go collect. Why? It is well. I hope people learn from this. I am back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Let's do this story of late Chief Ifunanya. How many of you know Ifunany'S? Chief Ifunany'S. How many of you know? There's no Nigerian that doesn't know that name. Late Chief Ifunany'S. How do they call him? Ifunanya. That's how they call him. Ifunanya. Chief Ifunanya was one of the richest men in Nigeria before, internet. This man has been a billionaire forever. I grew up, he's a man of money. So apparently he passed away recently and they read his will. His second marriage, he married a girl that was his wife's daughter, 46 years younger. He was 70-something years old and the girl was 20-something years old. I will give you all the info tomorrow. Now they read will and they said that Chief Ifunanya said that she has just one son for him, that she cannot remarry. That if she remarries, then she's going to lose all the inheritance. This man is as old as they come. We young women, there's somebody in the comment section said there's nothing women cannot carry, especially when there's money. This girl, I'm sure this man attended her naming ceremony and baby dedication. Jesus is Lord. 40 something years, 46 years age gap. So let's discuss, is this control from the grave? Or is this him trying to preserve his dynasty? What's the point? He married a year, 2 years after his first wife passed away. How come that he's now going and putting instructions where a young girl that is 25 years should not marry again? Kilode, why? And I understand that Ojukwu did the same thing. Somebody was telling me today, I don't know how far it's true, that when they read the will, that he said that Bianca cannot remarry and she will lose her inheritance. So yeah, that said, everybody collects in bad marriages. That's true. Everybody collects. Bad marriage cannot make anybody's life long. Yeah. So let's look at this Chief Ifunanya story tomorrow. Why is it that a billionaire is going to heaven and they are leaving instructions that a 25-year-old girl shouldn't marry? Because why? I don't understand. What's up with that? I don't understand. Let's talk about it tomorrow evening. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed tonight's section, 2 hours we did do, no joke. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and I shall see you tomorrow. Let's read this comment from Helen. Helen said, honey babe, my heart is glad and sad. You're doing the right thing. Stay blessed. Much more respect. So humbled by your action. That is courageous, brave, and most heartfelt. Honey babe, you are an amazing, amazing woman. The Lord will see you through. We will help. I'm here. If you need anything from Nigeria, especially Abuja, I'm here to support you. We will support you. Look, that house, your cousin is not going to inherit it. Nigba will not agree. We'll get you a lawyer and snatch it from the greedy hands of your cousin. People want to reap, and they want to reap where they didn't sow. How can a cousin be inheriting a man that has children? Torí Ọlọ́run, bẹ̀rù, kì í bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. All these people don't fear God. A man that has children, cousin wants to inherit. We need to check whether your dad actually has capacity to sign that will. We're going to challenge it. We will support you. They will not reap where they didn't sow. Yeah. Thank you very much. Lady Time said, let's condemn bad behavior. Inflicting pain on your spouse can be very damaging. Let's be kind and tolerant. Very, very, very important. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Honey Babe is thanking you too. And I shall see you tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll talk about that Chief Ifunanya. A lot of Nigerians know the man. They know about him because of his name. He had, I think, a transport company. Was it the one that had a transport company? I can't remember. I know there's one that had a transport company, but yeah, we'll look at it tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. For life, as I say, I don't blame the cousin, I blame the dad. I blame both of them. Oh, Lenny, they are thieves. I blame both of them. The cousin is Anini. How are you not blaming the cousin? He's Anini. That cousin is Anini for life, Esther. Anini is the cousin. You want to come and inherit. Inherit, kill you there. And Oloshi shall not be well with people that want to reap where they didn't sow and deny other people. Now, uncle is here and other people are suffering. So after suffering, then all his inheritance will go to extended family that know how to only collect. It is well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good evening, guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. Bye. Thank you, Bingbe. Thanks for your help, my darling. Speak soon.